Hey everybody, my name is Yyanthire. So in the last vlog I completed overhauling the base gameplay, and this one I actually have a very important announcement to make, and that is that I will be attempting to begin creation of a playable demo. This demo I would like to release to all of you guys in the form of some just sort of executable that you should be able to play and check out and just kind of test out and see how you like the game so far. So in this vlog and all continuous vlogs, we'll be working towards that demo. So without further ado, let's start to expand the gameplay a little bit more. So here we have it. In the last episode, this is where it ended off. We're just getting into combat with one of these. Oh, that was a big flicker. Sorry, this is just the editor build, so it's doing a lot of funky stuff as I play it. The main build actually is not going to have any of this weird artifacts. Anyway, so in the last episode we left off with this. I'm just doing some combat, getting it all set up, ready to go. As you can see, it's going pretty good so far. But for the demo, I definitely start to like to get some more enemies in there, more stronger enemies, of course. Definitely some mini bosses, and there should be a boss at the very end. I'd like to kind of go over all of the core gameplay. It'll sort of sponge off of the original 2D build, in which we had a sort of unlocking mechanism as you killed bosses and whatnot. In the demo, it's of course going to be all about taking these base concepts and unlocking new spells, unlocking additional units, all that kind of fun stuff. So, go ahead and, as I kill this lesser Arcoil, we can kind of hop in and start adding more stuff to the game and see what kind of fun stuff we can come up with. Alright, see you guys in the next clip. So I need to rework the home. After all, if we're going to be spawning in new disciples, we're actually going to be needing to use this to actually spawn them, as was in the 2D version of the game. As part of that, I'd also like to probably add in the resources again, clean up the way that you could harvest resources. In the original game, you had to use an ability just to be able to harvest resources. I want to make that a lot cleaner. From here, I think the next best thing to do is also set up this to use whenever the character dies, or all of your characters die. This is just going to automatically respawn them for the demo. That will just kind of make things a lot easier. I'd also like it to be a very simple way to interact with the home. Originally you had to like cast spells from the hotbar in order to spawn new units, but I'd like that to be more of just like a streamlined process where you can probably just like click the home, and then you'll get like a little pop-up, and you just click the pop-up and it'll spawn a unit kind of thing. Just make it super simple. Some little artifacts, like I definitely want to give it the little health bar and stuff like that. It's kind of funny that it's there. But yeah, I think that's about it. Let me start working on that. Alright, so I did a quick little rework on the UI just to kind of brighten it up a little bit, make it a little bit more streamlined. Seems to be working out pretty good regardless of the background, so I think I'll leave it like that. I also added in a feature. Go ahead and start to show that off. So when any of your resources are 0, you're not even going to see them. I think it makes it a little bit cleaner, look just a little bit nicer. Alright, so I think I just finished up the home. What the gameplay style is going to be for this one is you're just going to be able to hover your mouse over it, and you're going to get a little pop-up. Right now there's just a single spawn disciple, but eventually there's going to be multiple spells the home can cast. The little UI element, of course, follows you around. It's kind of nifty. And when you hover over the thing itself, it's going to give you its text of what it's going to be doing. I think I need to add a little bit more here. I need to add like the resource cost and stuff like that, but right now it's okay. And then of course when you click it, it's going to cast the spell and do a cool little effect and play a sound and all that kind of stuff. This is going to go away on its own. I just had a little, when your mouse enters the home, it'll pop up the little icon, and when you leave after a certain amount of time, it's just going to get rid of it on its own. Let's go ahead and now we have 2 fully playable disciples, and from here I'm going to kind of keep going and finish a few more things up with this home. Alright, so I just quickly added the resource costs. I think this is going to be pretty good. As you can see here, I don't have enough nature. However, I would have taken it right there. Alright, so I just refactored the defeat logic so that when you actually die, it'll just respawn a simple unit, or a new disciple, I should say. So as you can see, we get a little message here. I can come back all the way back to the home, and a new has spawned. And I'm just going to be spawning one single unit. I know throughout the demo I'm going to have a maximum of 3 units, but for the purposes of this, just one simple unit's fine, and then I'll have some extra stuff that's going to be done so that you can farm up your next 2 units again. Alright, so as part of the demo, I want to make it so that all new unlocked spells are just going to automatically populate on the hotbar. So I just set it up so that the Mystic Bolt is automatically unlocked and then added to the hotbar when you start the game. So let's start it up. Give it a second for it to load. Okay, so now we're in the game. Of course, see the Mystic Bolt on there. You can of course cast it and whatnot. But as also part of this, we're going to have those 2 other spells I talked about earlier, the Lesser Heal and Lesser Fireball. These are going to be locked initially, and then throughout the demo you're going to be able to unlock them. And then as soon as they're unlocked, of course, they'll get added to the hotbar, and you'll be able to cast them away and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys remember from the 2D version, there was resource harvesting. As part of this, you had to use like a special spell and all that just to be able to harvest resources. So what I got here is a cleaned up version of that. Got my resource object here. I think these little nature looking pillars will look pretty cool as a resource object and be pretty iconic. You'll be able to just see it and know it's a resource object. From here you'll be able to just cast all of your normal spells on it. Let's let this cast. Of course, all regular damage goes through. Let's go ahead and kill it, and we'll see that it will give us some resources. One more spell cast should do it. Alright, so killed it, and we got a cool little death sound, and we got our 15 resources out of it. So that should be it for this vlog. In the next one, I'll be attempting to get a lot more gameplay and a lot more action in. I want to work a lot more on the entire demo and the world that's going to be explored in this first part of the demo. Alright, till next time, see you guys.